This year, there's a national movement to make voting more accessible to all citizens. But tonight, we are learning it'll be more of a challenge for citizens in Port Arthur to cast their ballots in local races because city council elections will be on a separate ballot from other contests in Jefferson County. KFDM's Angel San Juan tells us why it'll take voters in that city double the effort to make their voices heard.
Yadi Cardenas is running for Port Arthur City Council. The first-time candidate is working on achieving her platform before voters even go to the polls. Port Arthur has a history of low voter turnout, and Cardenas hopes her campaign will increase interest in local government.
We need to engage more of our community to participate on the decisions that are being made in our city.
Cardenas thought this would be the year to achieve that goal with the presidential election that's likely to generate a high turnout on the same ballot as city council races. COVID-19 postponed until November the city elections that are traditionally held in May.
And they waited until the week of August, I think, to decide that they were going to contract with the county, which we were willing to do.
When it comes to early voting and election day, most of us in Jefferson County will cast one ballot. Not the case for citizens in Port Arthur who want to vote for council. They'll have to worry about a second ballot, and that could create inconvenience and confusion.
Now, when they go and they vote on the county side, they're not going to see our names on the ballots. So that's very important for the people to know. They're not going to see our names on the ballots. They got to finish that process first, and then after that they have to go back on the other side and vote for City of Port Arthur elections.
That's complicated.
Yes.
Jefferson County Clerk Carolyn Guidry says that was not her intention. She was ready to administer Port Arthur Council elections, but Guidry says the city did not meet the required guideline of having a database that accurately reflects voters' addresses to determine the particular race in which they can cast their ballots.
You must have your voter registration database up to date and current with the way that you vote. For instance, if you have city council races that only vote by districts, those districts need to be defined within the voter registration database. And the city of Port Arthur does not have theirs defined.
Guidry says the county is in charge of federal, state, and county elections, as well as elections for 7 other local entities this year that have contracted with Jefferson County. That includes the Port Arthur Independent School District and Drainage District 7. But unlike the city of Port Arthur, Guidry says those government bodies have correct databases. So the question remains, what happened with Port Arthur?
Well, it just let me know that the due diligence was not done after the last redistricting. That's the time that we get our databases together and sort it out.
That redistricting took place almost a decade ago. That's why Guidry says the city of Port Arthur is being negligent in its responsibilities to its citizens.
You want to make sure that your voters are never disenfranchised, that they're always getting the correct ballot, and they're always voting within the races and the boundaries that they should be voting within.
And Cardenas, who was hoping for a large turnout, worries the opposite will happen with 2 separate ballots and standing in 2 different lines.
This might discourage people to actually, cast the vote on the other side for the city of Port Arthur.
Still, Cardenas pleads with Port Arthur citizens to vote so they can have a voice in making sure something like this does not happen again, and the voting process is made more accessible and not more challenging. In Port Arthur, Angel San Juan, KFDM 6 News.
Jefferson County voter registrar Allison Nathan Getz says the city of Port Arthur did not give Jefferson County enough time to input the necessary information into the county's system, and what the city provided was not correct, so the computer rejected it. Port Arthur Mayor Thurman Barty defending his city tonight, saying, quote, the county could have done more to accommodate the citizens of Port Arthur. Mayor Barty goes on to say getting the council races on the Jefferson County ballot could have been done, but for whatever reason, the county did not do the work that could have been done to make it work right. Meantime, you have until Monday to register to vote in the next presidential election, which is just over a month away. You can come hang out with the KFDM team on Saturday. We will be outside the KFDM studios for the drive-through voter registration drive from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m.